Yes, sirree. Thursday, we like back. Like all the way back. Like we got a whole lot to talk about and it's never going to stop. Big things popping. Courtside Radio. Good News Radio. We here. It's your boy Bruce, Courtside. Also known as Shice Right. In the building. I got my gang with me. I'm going to kick it off to the PG after the tip. Let him run the thing.
Hey, man, what's up, guys? It's Mike Kill the PG in the building. Shout out to that guy, Mr. Shice Right himself, for the jump ball. But, you know, we here. Courtside Radio in the building. The NBA has finally come back to LA. It didn't happen how we wanted it to, but we're going to get there. So, the NBA is back. Courtside Radio, starting five is here. To the left of me, I got my guy. I'm the PG. I'm going to no-look this thing. To my guy, the shooting guard, Mr. Mike Adepapi. But you guys know whenever Courtside Radio is in the building, it is show time. All the time, baby. So, what's good, Mike?
What's good? Big Mike Adepapi fell through from Inglewood. We going live, baby. Tap in. Good News Radio, Good News Sports. Courtside Radio, baby.
Hey, yes, sir. Courtside Radio, we are here. For all you guys tuning in on the Good News Radio app, what is happening? We are live, ready to do our thing. And, you know, we got to have our other shooter on board, the real shooter, the snowflake himself.
I bet I'll shoot Alex.
Larry Bird of the show, the small forward. And we're going to have that $100 bet. I think I got Alex. Alex, he can shoot a little bit.
Straight out of the 90210 and the 40508. Alex Himes here to eliminate. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. We might be 0-1 right now.
That's a bar.
But the Celtics are going to be coming back strong, people. It's the start of the year. It's the most wonderful time of the year, guys. Literally, it's like everything we've been waiting for.
Wonderful time of the year.
When the NBA ballers are balling and people are rhyming.
We just waiting for preseason to be over.
For all you NBA fans that know, a lot of people's choice for the Rookie of the Year, even a few of our guys here on the network, on the show, their pick is out for the first 6 to 8 weeks with a torn lateral meniscus. Zion Williamson will not be playing for the first month or two of this NBA season, which is big time because, like I said, a lot of people had him chosen as the Rookie of the Year, and people were just so excited to see the Pelicans because of Zion, but now we have to wait. So, man, how do you guys feel about it? I just think that it sucks for us fans. It's crazy that it happened to him, but, man, we just want him healthy and have a long career. Young man, you have to make sure that you lose some weight. That's how I feel about it. But, man, we'll start with Mike to the left of me. How you feel about Zion's injury and missing 6 to 8 weeks?
I feel like the injury was inevitable, but I didn't think it was going to happen this early. But 6 to 8 weeks for this, that's just like, you big, but exactly like you said, once he loses a little bit of weight, he's 280, 285, strong. Go ahead, slim that down. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, go ahead. You can still be stocky, but go ahead, slim some of that down.
Yeah.
Could you believe if you saw Zion at like a good 250, 245?
Yeah.
Nah, I give him 260 because he can still be agile and still body whoever he needs to at 260.
Mm-hmm.
But 260 Zion, healthier, I can see it happening.
You got that like baby fat on him too, so he's got like some weight
Ain't
to
no
shed.
fat. Ain't no fat on
It's
him.
a little baby fat in the face and stuff. But yeah, like taking off that weight, man, add longevity to his career. Like just the pounding and the constant, the extra 25 pounds. Like you say, if you go down to 260, the extra 25 pounds over, 10 years is a lot.
Yeah, no,
Exactly. When you starting
And then
off
as you're getting
explosive.
older, you're going to only get bigger somewhat.
Hey, what is bro like 280?
285.
Man, that's 6'6". Like, that's crazy. Like, LeBron plays usually around, he's 6'8", 6'9". He plays about 260.
And he has bounce.
Yeah.
40-inch vertical.
Yeah, and LeBron takes really good care of his body. So I think that Zion has to do something similar. What you feel about it, Himes, about Zion and this 6 to 8 weeks that he's going to miss?
Man, I had two thoughts with it. My first thought was the Rookie of the Year race is now wide open. It gives guys like R.J. Barrett, a guy like Cam Reddish, and all these other cats like Kobe White an ability to shine because I broke it down. 6 to 8 weeks. 8 weeks max, he would return from today, if it were 8 weeks from now, December 19th, and that would be 27 games. Like, we've seen guys win Rookie of the Year with less than that, you know? But these other guys are going to look good. They have the opportunities to shine on the right teams and the systems. Cam has the right system in place in Atlanta with a guy who can get him the ball whenever he wants with Trey.
Facts.
You have a guy like Kobe White who had 17 and 7 in his NBA debut coming off the bench for Chicago and helping that team get down the stretch and keeping them in that game. And I'm going to throw a dark horse in there just because we saw what he did in Summer League, and that's Carson Edwards. He won't win Rookie of the Year by no means, but he's a dark horse just to at least put up some numbers.
Oh, my God.
John Morant.
I had to.
He has to throw that in.
Moving on.
Yeah.
Let me get my little bit in. He over here talking about-
What'd you expect?
Come on, bro.
Come on, man. What they say on
It wasn't a
ESPN
factor
show?
last night.
Yeah, at all.
But now, like,
how you feel about the injury?
I expected it in a way. Like, it was either going to go this way or he was going to just shock the world. I still think he has the opportunity to be basically Blake Griffin. I think they should give him longer than 8 weeks to sit out.
Facts. I like that.
Maybe wait until like All-Star break, late January, somewhere around there. Let him get a couple runs in before the All-Star game. He can play the little rookie game if they want him to because he's going to feel better. And then go from there. But I think it's he needs to lose a little bit of weight, but how he plays the game, he needs the size.
Yeah, true.
So eventually that will develop into muscle because he's, like you said, he got to lose the baby fat. He'll turn into a grown man. He'll actually probably get heavier.
Yeah.
So lose a few pounds. It'll come back eventually, but he's going to be a big boy for pretty much most of his career.
Yeah, no, I agree.
But
yeah.
Once in a lifetime talent.
A guy that I think he can be comparable to, which I hope he doesn't go down the line and be that way, because knee injuries kind of slowed him from being all he can be with his career, is Larry Johnson. You know, Grandma Ma was nice. He was a big, strong body, athletic beast coming out of like an undersized 4, like Zion coming out of UNLV.
4'3", I feel you.
Yeah, and once he came in, he was balling, doing his thing, but then knee injuries kind of like slowed him down. So when he ended up with the Knicks, he was just like a top-notch role player, but it's like, man, we expected so much more. So he just has to really take care of his body and do all that he can do to make sure that he's there, because the best ability to have as an athlete is availability.
Availability.
I had that same injury, and it's plagued me throughout the rest of my career. And I was hoping that they were just going to sew that piece that's sticking up, but they ended up shaving it down, just shaving away.
I remember you said
so.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
remember
so
you talking about that.
each time that you go in and have a little cleanup, it's going to get smaller and smaller. So they're cushioning your knee with all that weight that he has on him.
Do you
it's gonna be
need
less
that?
and less? Yeah, because it's cushion. Like every time you
It's
pound,
literally like the cushion
okay.
in between your knee.
right. So now mine is like bone on
Yeah.
bone.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it hurts and it swells up and it gets irritated. It gets fluid in there. You have to get it drained. You have to get cortisone shots. You have to get gel. You know, to
lubricate.
Yeah, lubricating gel in there. So
You be drinking that joint juice.
that joint shit.
When I tore my ACL, I actually tore my meniscus as well.
Yes.
So they redid the ACL and then cleaned up the meniscus, is what
Exactly.
they call it, which is basically shaving it down. And honestly, my knee has never felt better compared to like when I actually had the issue. But I still think like in the long run, you know, arthritis is going to set in and it's going to hurt. I mean, I'm not out here like anybody else, so
You old, man.
I'm good.
Yeah, we get
You know, like I'm 30-something years old and I
you
ain't going
still
to the
young.
league.
You still young, bro.
I'll play pickup with y'all occasionally, but other than that, no.
But the good thing about it is y'all are saying maybe take a little longer. Like meniscus tears like a month. Like they just had a guy, I think it was in the NFL, that came back after 2 weeks. So it's not that serious of a procedure. Just go and scope your knee a little bit and trim it down. So it's not really any rehab.
Yeah.
But you can strengthen up your meniscus or anything that you have to, you know, like if it's a ligament or muscle or something. So it's just like, if they want to take 6 to 8 weeks to actually get that swelling down, make sure, you know, the surgery went well, and make sure his knees.
They're going to do that with him, though. He's
That's
that
what I'm
type of
saying,
guy
but it
that
doesn't
they
need
take that
more than 2
precaution
months,
with.
though.
You have to
know?
baby that guy.
I would
you don't
give
need
him
more than
before
2
8.
months.
I'll
Yeah.
give him
6
the
to 8 is
8. Like
fine,
the
yeah.
8 is the minimum, but I want him to come back as a more athletic Charles Barkley type. You feel me?
Right. Yeah.
That's what we need on. That's what they need on that team. So
And more
Zion-
skilled almost. Do you think he's more skilled than Barkley?
Barkley had game, bro.
I'm not saying he didn't.
No, I know where you're coming from with it. Like what Zion can do, like he's deceptively good, offensively efficient. You feel me?
Right.
He don't have
He
the
got little
post game.
handles.
He doesn't. He scores.
He can
Yeah,
be
That's
better
what I'm
than
sa-
Barkley.
That's what I'm saying. He has the tools earlier than Charles Barkley, who won the MVP.
Sure.
So that's why I'm like he has the works of of a monster already, and he's not even close to what he can tap into.
Yeah, and it's just, and the team is built perfectly for them to be winning, bro.
Like, I'm sure I want to kick off the next segment and just start with the first game.
Yeah.
Because how New Orleans and, like, the Toronto game went, like, they put up a fight. And I know Toronto's not the team they were last year because you don't have Kawhi.
Yeah.
But New Orleans looks good.
Hey, so
Toronto was hyped because they had the ring ceremony and everything. So
hey, question. So, if this thing is kind of lingering, like, when do you just shut down Zion for the year?
If he comes back
for meniscus,
if he
that's
comes
tough.
back,
I don't think you shut
and
him down.
if he comes back and he can't like finish, if he's able to just play through it, because my thing is like, you give him his 8 weeks, then you start testing him in practice.
Yeah.
See how the inflammation does, see if it bothers him. Like Philip said, like you can actually come back from this injury and have like no issues almost.
Yeah, true.
Like, it's gonna be
yeah.
like a little knee pain, but who doesn't have knee pain? Ice it, going by.
It's more mental. Yeah, can you fight through knee pain?
Yeah,
or
like he doesn't have like any lateral like damage, no ACL, no MCL, PCL, anything like that, to where like he has no stability in his knee. It's more so like pain management at this point.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
So
and the inflammation.
if it starts to like, if he comes back and he's having like hammy issues, calf issues, like issues like that, then yes, shut him down.
And that could happen due to him overcompensating because he's feeling that little pain, so he might not flex his knee the way they're normally flexed.
Man, you just don't know. Like I still to this day have issues because like for so long I favored one side.
Exactly. Yeah.
Now you have to learn how to like actually walk again on your other leg and like act like it's still there.
Yeah.
Like it's tough sometimes actually, but
I think this situation is more or less just, we knew that this guy could potentially be injury prone the way he's built, and now we've actually seen it. We didn't expect it this early, like you said, and it's now at the point where you sit him as long as you need. That's why the 8 weeks is perfect amount of time to get him to heal, be okay, slim down a little bit, ease up on the donuts from 7-Eleven, relax.
It's hard to slim down if you're not playing, if you're resting, though.
Yeah, that's the thing.
You got to manage
well, I mean,
that.
honestly, nowadays it's not. With the technology we have, getting a water kit, you'll be fine.
Exactly.
It's not going to hurt you.
True.
It definitely brings you
VR
back, and you'll lose a ton of weight from that.
Yeah, I agree.
You know what? Get him a nutritionist. He's gonna be nice.
Right.
He's gonna be good.
They should already have that set up, right?
Yeah, I know.
That's what I'm saying.
what the NBA is
Like
for.
get him all, like now that he's in the league, like he has all these things already set up because they're going to invest in his body.
Yeah,
right, I was
true.
about to say that. Yeah, like LeBron invested, $1
$1
million a
million,
year. He's got to do something,
And that's
something
what,
similar.
Zion has to really look at himself and be like, hey, I need to be at top notch shape. All this extra weight is gonna hurt him.
It's going to hinder for real.
Look at a guy like Sean Kemp, who when he was at the best of his shape, he was a great player. But then once he started to like gain all this weight and stuff, that's when he ended up in Cleveland, and he just never wasn't the same again. So he has to control it. He has to get himself together. But man, I really can't
to
wait.
a couple other guys too that are explosive. Westbrook had the meniscus, and Blake had the meniscus.
Yep.
They've been able to manage their knee really well. So it is the upside potential that it may not be affecting, but in the end, it's probably like when he's retired and stuff, he's going to definitely feel it. But hopefully they can come up with some good sports medicine and hook him up. Man, he have a promising career.
Get Kobe doctor, baby.
Yeah,
Go to
Germany.
Okay, exactly.
Go to
Let's take
Germany,
that flight,
Zion.
baby.
Hey, so Zion, man, we can't wait to see you play. Get healthy real soon, man. So now, last week we announced a few new segments coming to you this week, and we're gonna start with our first segment, and this is called Bruce's Center of Attention or Bruce's Team of the Week. Bruce, what's up, man?
Man, so team of the week and who I want to pay attention to in the coming week, because we just kicked it off. Everybody's played one game. A couple of teams have played two on some back-to-backs. But for the most part, my team this week, after last night, is the Phoenix Suns. Phoenix Suns completely they tanked. Worst team in the league last year. They came into they put 30-piece basically on Sacramento Kings, who was a fringe playoff team last year. They didn't eventually make it, but they were on the cusp of up until like the last week of the season. A couple of things I want to point out about the team. They finally got a point guard. Phoenix Suns have not had a point guard for 100 since Steve Nash, basically.
Yeah, Rubio.
They've tried. So they have Ricky Rubio now. He came through. He had 11 assists, 11 points, 6 boards. That's huge for them.
Oh, yeah, big time.
But one thing I also wanted to point out was they had, 6 people in double figures yesterday. Kelly Oubre had 21. Booker led with 22. Another thing to point out, Booker had 10 assists yesterday.
Yeah, that's big time.
Double.
He's a scorer. He ain't looking nowhere to pass.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's an effect of Rubio and actually having a point guard on the team or just how he wants to actually play his game. Ayton, 18 points, 11 rebounds.
He's suspended now.
And gone.
We'll get there.
Oh, man, my bad. I didn't mean to
Because
say-
my team, this was my team before this news broke.
Yeah. Already did your homework.
Because of this, like, this changes everything. But
Facts.
still, like, but he'll be suspended for like a couple months or whatever. I think they'll still be able to be decent. They still have like Dario Saric and they have Frank Kaminsky off the bench, Miles Bridges that they had, or what is it, Mikal Bridges from
Mikal Bridges.
Villanova.
Hey, it's only one real Michael in this world, and that's me.
Ty Johnson from Miami, but this was one of those teams that, like, for the last few years have been the laughingstock. They came in and they basically, like I said, put a 30 piece on a team who we expected to actually be better this year, not worse. Like, y'all came up, y'all couldn't even give us 100. Y'all couldn't break 100, and they put up 125 on you. Like that. That's
Embarrassing.
That's tough. So Phoenix Suns, glad they're out the dark.
Yep.
You know, their future is going to be bright. Booker, who we knew was a star, is a star clearly.
Yep.
And he's able to adjust because the team throughout.
Hey, so he learned about that double teaming. That he
I
was
guess
complaining about.
he was tricking folks.
Yeah.
That 10 assists.
Shit,
That 10
10.
assists, he was passing out the double.
He said, I can give it up. But, yeah, man, I like that Philly. So, Bruce's center of attention, team of the week, the Phoenix Suns, man. Make sure you guys hit us up in the chat box. You guys can, get to the point eventually of calling in to where you guys can talk to us and tell us if you agree with Bruce's team of the week.
Shout out to everyone on Facebook who is also watching and tuning in live. This is Courtside Radio. It's
Yes, sir.
1024, baby.
We appreciate you.
Hey,
What it
Courtside
do?
Radio
Hey.
starting 5 in the building, doing our things, man. So
Yes,
now
sir.
we're going to
Yes,
move
sir.
on from Bruce's center of attention team of the week and move to our top 5 NBA League Pass teams. So we're just going to pretty much to explain for you guys who are confused, we're going to choose the most exciting teams that we believe are going to happen this year. May not be the team with the best record, may not be the team with the biggest name players, but it's the teams that we're going to watch and be like, I love to watch them play, and this is a team I'm going to follow throughout the year. So I'm going to throw out one team first because I think a lot of us are going to have them, and then you guys can chime in as well. The Rockets. I just think that you have two NBA guards.
I mean, we kind of do that.
Yeah,
We
that might
got
be
to.
the first. That might be the top team because you have two MVP guards that can get buckets, that can rebound, that can pass,
And they from LA.
and they from LA. And then they're gonna have the ball the whole game, so they can do whatever they want.
People are going to want to see this for two reasons. One, they want to see if it's going to work. And two, more people are going to be the same way we all acted when we watched KD join Golden State. They want to see if it doesn't work. And that's the situation we're in. People are going to watch the Rockets and go like, I pray this doesn't work.
Yeah.
Or they're going to be like, I pray this works. And they're watching it for those two reasons.
So many people, shout out my guy Rob Parker, but you're 100% wrong on this, said that it won't work. I'm like, these guys been knowing each other.
Bro, I've been saying that too.
Yeah, and
You see that
playing.
the little argument they already had that was posted on Instagram?
Yeah, but they're basketball players.
Exactly.
But they've been
People
knowing each
overblow
other
it. They
since
overblow it.
10 years old. So it's like they're actually friends. Like the whole James Harden, Chris Paul dynamic was different. They just hooped on the court. Off the court, they was on two different waves.
You can't
Two
say that.
different generations
They were doing the
almost, too.
State Farm
Right.
commercials too.
That's getting money.
That's getting money. That was a short little. All right, James, I'll see you later. But these guys are actually friends, and on the court it's going to be so exciting. Like this is the most shooting Russ has had around him. You know, I know that he had KD at one point. He had James and KD, but you will have Cephalosha, guys like that. You know that couldn't make
Gordon,
shots.
Tucker.
Yeah, you had you got Tucker, you got
Tyson
Gordon,
Chandler.
you got Austin Rivers that can make threes. Gerald Green, once he gets
get hot,
right. So
yeah.
man, they have guys that can shoot. So the Houston Rockets, we agree that team is going to be part of 5.
I think it's gonna be interesting, man. Both those guys are
I got 'em.
electrifying.
Yeah. What you feel about it, Bruce?
You got him?
I mean, yeah, but Houston's gonna be prime time all year anyway. So, like, when it comes to league pass teams, my teams are like probably won't make it, and they're gonna have exciting games. Houston, like, yes, I want to watch them every night. Like, I'm sitting here following the game right now of what's going on today. So, yeah, I understand why they're the top team. They should be the top team. They're probably going to be one of the most exciting teams to watch because, for one, they were the best team in the league, or top 5 teams in the league last year. They've added a piece to that team and replaced, like, the issue they had, I want to say. So, you know.
No, yeah. So, man, I'm so excited. So, Houston,
Russ, man, let's go.
Yeah, Houston Rockets will be one of our league pass teams. So, the next team, do you see if you guys agree? The Atlanta Hawks. How you guys feel about the
that's
Atlanta
my
Hawks?
team.
So
That's my team.
We'll start, Philip. How you feel about the Hawks and them being the league pass team?
I mean, I think they're exciting. Like you said, they're not going to get a lot of TV time. So this is definitely a team you want to watch in on. They're in the East, so they might, do something. We'll see towards the end of the year. But they got a lot of young talent, a lot of young guys that need to prove themselves. As you saw, Trae Young came out firing today.
Fire. 16, 5, and 8 minutes, bro.
Yeah.
Crazy.
He said efficient. I'm just gonna pull up on you just real quick.
Blam. And then they got Collins
speaking
anchoring
of-
like the big man spot.
Bro, speaking of Trae Young, his stat line tonight: 38 points, 9 assists, 7 rebounds.
Damn.
I mean, sounds
Light
like
work,
Trey.
light work.
And then you got the best dunker of all time on the squad too.
Vince.
I got a team instead of Atlanta, actually.
Vince.
Don't get me wrong, I like Atlanta on that list, but I want the Toronto Raptors.
The Raptors?
I want to watch OG and Pascal take the next step individually. OG, to me, is the most improved player this year.
So would
by
you
the end of the
pick?
season.
Would you pick them over Atlanta?
1,000%. I'm more interested to see how Van Fleet, how Norman Powell, how all these guys, the accessory guys, including Siakam and OG, step up and actually play well. I mean, look what they did against New Orleans. Granted,
No,
of course,
yeah.
they didn't have Zion, but it's not like they're not a respectable team. When you have Ingram, Lonzo, you have Drew Holiday, you still have Derek Favors, you have Jackson Hayes, you have guys coming off the bench that are actually respectable names.
JJ Redick.
And people aren't expecting that much of you right off the bat.
Yeah, true.
Like, people want to come in on opening night. Like, the thing about Zion, why I felt so bad is you want to come in on ring night and upset them, especially after watching the ring
Which he would have
ceremony.
done,
He would
clearly.
have. He would have. But the Raptors actually are a team I want to see these guys develop, and I think they're going to be more interesting to watch fully in terms of
No,
development.
I like Toronto too. So what you feel about Atlanta, Bruce?
Atlanta is my team too. That was my team last year. Actually, I followed them, I think, closely last year. Seeing Trey come in, seeing the starting lineup they put out today with Trey, Cam, DeAndre Hunter, Collins, and Alex Lynn, just showed
All
me it was
youngsters.
like they want to go with defense,
Yep.
length, and like basically just
And youth.
youth,
Yeah.
and so they can run. They have a ton of youth there. Everybody on the team is young, but
Except for
then,
Vince.
huh?
So except for Vince.
Vince came off like 7th man
Yeah.
today. But
He's like another coach
You
on
need
the
that
roster.
veteran presence, but just like how they came out against a team who played last night, who has veterans, who have players that actually know what to do, and they punched them dead in the mouth, and they never recovered from it.
No, yeah,
And
yeah,
it
yeah.
was just like Atlanta was exciting to watch last year. Are they going to be able to add like
Wins.
experience to that
Yeah,
and
yeah.
turn it into some wins?
Hey,
You got to know that that arena down there, State Farm Arena, is lit, man.
Oh,
they
yeah.
have,
No,
they
yeah.
have
Atlanta, that's all they got to do. Ain't nothing else
celebrities
going on
coming
out there.
through.
It's in
all
the strip
the artists
club,
coming
and the strip
through.
club don't open until after the game. So.
Yeah,
They got the
fact.
I will
barbershop-
admit,
they got the
I will admit,
barbershop
though,
in the arena.
But I want to say Toronto. Nah, bruh. Like I expect like them. I understand like they are a team that won a championship last year, but the fact they struggled with New Orleans on
I
day
don't think
one.
they're going to be too exciting to watch.
If Pascal
game in,
has a bad
out.
game, they're
Good
screwed.
storyline. Good storyline to watch.
I'm more interested to see the development of OG, the tandem of OG
And Pascal.
But I do want to admit something about the Hawks that I do like.
Okay.
I really
Yeah.
want to see the development of Cam Reddish. I'm rooting for this
Yeah.
kid to get Rookie of the Year. I know RJ's high up on that list and probably will win it if Zion's
I
out.
chose RJ.
But to be honest, like I really want to see this Atlanta team do well, and I want to see them in the playoffs solely because I want Vince Carter's last season to be in the postseason, not
yeah,
ending
facts. Yeah.
early. Like actually
Yeah.
get a shot. Like we
Facts.
saw
I
what
agree.
Vince did with the Mavs a couple years ago when he hit that buzzer beater. Like he can have a moment like that in the playoffs.
He
again.
can play-
I want
he
that.
can
Hey,
hoop.
and they have a very exciting team. Shout out to our guy, the CEO, Danny, who's always
yeah.
chiming in with some craziness. He just said that they're going to be top 3 in the East.
But
Slow your roll.
Raptors or the Hawks?
Bruh.
Who the Hawks?
Hawks.
Oh, Danny saying
Nah.
something nice about the Hawks?
read the messages.
Shout
But
out,
I got ATL as an honorable mention only. That's all they're only an honorable mention
So,
just
hey,
because they're going to
yeah.
be exciting.
No, yeah.
They're going to be exciting, but that's
Danny is a creature. He falls into the moment.
Yeah.
He clearly was just at home watching the game.
Yeah,
with his baby.
clearly.
And it was like Trey gonna go average 50 a night.
Hey, crazy.
No, like they gonna end up in like 8th to 10th.
Trey
Yeah.
most
But
improved
they look
player
good.
right now.
They did look good.
Hey, so now he goes. So far here, Rockets, Hawks, Toronto. We'll do
I
like
got
that.
Rock-
I know we're gonna add some more too, cause we're gonna switch
I
it
only
up.
got
'Cause
one of those.
we're not gonna agree to it.
Yeah, I only got one of
Yeah,
those.
we're not gonna agree to it. So
Rockets
the
and
next
ATL,
team,
honorable mention.
yeah, the next team I got is the Dallas Mavericks.
Bam.
You got
Thank you.
Luka.
Facts.
You have Porzingis, my guy Delon
sir.
over there, Lou House in the building.
You got Tim Hardaway Jr.
Tim Hardaway
still,
Jr. Yeah,
somehow.
Seth Curry. So man, Luka looked amazing with 30-something points. His first game. It's a team that everyone's going to want to watch because of that guy. And if him and Porzingis get it together, they can be the another duo
Yeah.
that you have to worry about. You know what I'm saying? I know they
You're
used to
right.
have Nash and Dirk.
Right.
This is like their newer and better version of that. So
Bigger and better.
Younger,
too. Yeah.
bigger, better, athletic, and more scoring.
yeah, I feel that.
Yeah.
What you feel about it, Philip?
More
Yeah,
versatile.
they were definitely
scoring
on my
at that.
list. They were definitely
Facts.
on my list. I just want to see if Porzingis is going to stay healthy. So that's
Yep,
a big
that's
concern.
number one.
If he stays healthy, man, I think they'll be a Verge playoff team. I don't know if they're better than, if they're not better than 8 teams. You know, I don't know if
Are
they
they
get
better
to the
than the
top 8.
Spurs?
Yes.
I don't know if the Spurs are going to even be in the playoff
Mavs.
this year. They didn't look too
Wow.
good. on
No,
opening
that's why I
night.
asked, because we've all heard that the Spurs are a fringe playoff team too, and you said that the Mavs are. So if they are and the Spurs are,
I still
are
think I
they
got
better
other
than
8
them?
teams better than that.
I picked Dallas over Spurs.
I agree with
I
that.
would too,
I would
but I
take
don't
that.
think that's the team they need to be better than to make it to the playoffs.
But Pop could get you in the playoffs if he.
That's the thing.
That's
Yeah,
the
if
only
he
thing,
sneaks
like-
in.
no, he always got
Like, he'll
respect.
get
He
you
always
in the playoffs, but
he's been in the playoffs like the last what?
So
He
so
hasn't
do
missed
we
the playoffs.
agree?
millennium
40 years.
or something like that.
Do we agree that Dallas?
Since he's been
I think
coaching?
Dallas is
Bro,
a must-watch team.
Dallas is a must-watch
Off of
team.
Luka-
Yeah, solely Luca
So
alone.
Luka- yeah.
Like Luca alone
can't
is a
throw-
highlight reel.
That's the only reason Dallas made my list. is because of
Porzingis,
Luka.
man, the unicorn.
Yeah,
No, but that's,
Porzingis.
no, but that's the thing.
No,
I
but-
want to see the Euro connection.
Yes.
Like, you
I-
feel me? That's gonna be the not like most like. That's gonna be one of the ones that you're gonna be so interested in seeing because you've never seen these two players together, but how versatile they can score, they can pass, they can hoop.
Right.
Their IQ is high together. So I'm gonna love to see that. Euro
We already,
Polo once
we
in a
already
while.
know
off each
how
other
big
super well.
Euro
Oh my God.
players are in the league now,
Yeah.
and this could even like platform
Really, yeah.
Euro League and open up more doors for a lot of
one
people.
team with
Yeah.
2 major Euro players, like this has a
Hey.
chance to be so huge. And Mark Cuban is loving it because he's like,
Of course he is.
more
Yeah, he
money
knows
to my
marketing
pocket.
and all
Mark
that
Cuban,
stuff, yeah.
go give a call to Andrea Bargnani and get that third star
Oh my
you
God.
need.
Hey,
Barnyard,
what if they both
get out
average
of
23?
here. He said Barnyard.
That's not even a third piece.
Shout out to Mark. Get me on Shark Tank. I'll sell you on getting Andrea Bargnani's side of the Mavs.
Hey,
Shout out
one-
Shark Tank. I
one
love
year.
that
Veterans
show.
minimum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
Hey, does everyone here like Shark
I
Tank?
love Shark Tank.
Yeah, it's dope. I'm trying to hit him up. Shark
I
Tank.
like
How do
it,
you
but
not
then-
like Shark Tank?
Check us out, man.
I don't watch it as much. I don't watch it as
No,
much.
Mike, not you. Him. Why?
Oh,
He's a
man.
young cat. Yeah.
Man,
Mike,
man,
how
he
you don't
doesn't
like it?
understand.
You're a grown
I didn't
man.
say I don't like it. I said I don't watch it as much. Like
Because you don't like it? Or 'cause
when
you
I
just don't
see it,
watch
it's cool, but it's like some of the shit be looking staged. Like,
Hey, crazy. Hey,
wish
but
you-
hey, shout out to our guy Bruce on the 1s and 2s. As you guys can hear, if you notice, most of the songs in the background are Drizzy Drake because he's celebrating the birthday. Happy birthday, Drake.
And to everyone on Facebook, you can't hear the music, but it's Drake's birthday.
Yeah,
There we
Drake.
go.
So
Yeah,
make
yeah,
sure
there
you
we go.
guys tune
Sideline
in
shout out
Dope.
Drizzy.
to the Good News Radio, the Good News Sports, so you can listen to us live. You can watch us live and listen to us live, and I guarantee you will love us. So to add, so we have so far 4 teams: Rockets, Hawks, Mavs, Toronto. I'm gonna throw out a team that I think people want to watch and see because we're just curious how is it going to look. The Golden State Warriors. You have Steph
Yeah,
Curry,
them, yeah.
who may average 30.
That's how I
You
got
know, you have D'Lo, who has a chance to do what he do with that offense. You have Draymond Green, and people are just interested to see how are they going
Bounce
to
back.
play without KD? How are they going to play without Clay? So I think this is a team that people are going to follow all year long. That makes them a league pass team. Well, what you feel about it, Himes?
More importantly, they brought in a new Wildcat. That's right. Shout out to Willie Cauley-Stein joining the Golden State Warriors. Warriors,
Yeah,
Big Blue
I'm a
Nation.
big fan of that.
I'm excited about this
hold down
Warriors
the
team.
paint.
I want to see original Warriors basketball, up-tempo basketball, where Steph Curry is leading the offense, dropping 33 a night, most likely.
MVP season.
Yeah, literally. Like I've said that I think Giannis could win MVP this year, and I think he is, but I genuinely believe that Steph Curry could be second or actually win the award. This Golden State Warriors team is going to be interesting because we don't know what they're going to look like with Klay Thompson. So we're just watching the D'Lo and Curry connection starting to form.
Steve Kerr says something like Klay may not come back, even though they end up saying that
Exactly.
it's wrong. But
There's
if
no
Klay
real
doesn't come
timetable.
back, it's just Steph Curry, D'Lo, Draymond, Willie
I think that's
Cauley-Stein.
The thing
enough.
that we
And the
all didn't
others.
mention is that like D'Lo, when we first saw the deal, was mentioned to be one of those guys that they would hold on to for a season and then flip and
Yeah.
turn into another piece.
It depends on how he
trade
plays.
deadline.
Yeah, so here's the thing. Does he play well and then the trade deadline comes? They got
They
offered
said
some
they want to
godly
look to
offer.
hold. They said they want to look to hold on to him.
See, that's the
It
thing.
depends on how he
yeah,
plays.
Yeah, like how well does he play, and does he play above what his value is for another team to be like, yo, we want him, we'll trade you this, and that. Because
Hey,
I'm telling
I
you, if
think-
Minnesota comes calling at trade deadline time and D'Lo's
give-
playing
I'm
well,
gonna say
Yeah,
if
for Wiggins.
He was an all-star last year.
I'm
No,
talking about
thank you.
Cat.
I was
no,
about to
they're
say
not
most they can
My
try to
point
run that
being
with
is
somebody.
that.
With somebody else.
My point being is that D'Lo could ultimately become a valuable
Not
trade
straight
piece
up
for
that.
them.
Hey, so for you guys listening in and you guys watching us on Facebook, we have a lot of waters on the table, but that's not water that Hines is drinking.
That
It's
is
actually
straight
vodka.
vodka.
Because he just
Outta
said
here,
a D'Lo
bro.
for Cat trade.
Not
It would
straight up,
never,
bro.
never, ever.
I
go trade
said
that franchise
example.
player.
No way,
example,
no how.
example.
But no, okay, I'll bring it to y'all like this. If D'Lo averages 23 early before trade deadline, is he trade bait?
Yes.
Yes, he is.
That's
but
what I'm saying,
You may
like,
want to
he's
keep him
instantly trade
because
bait
if
for
I think
Klay
he's
isn't
nice.
there,
But
Yeah.
I'm saying I would want to keep him because I
I
want to
think
see
he's gonna
how.
fit in.
That's what I'm saying. I want to see how the Splash family go ahead and works that out.
They are
Right, I
not.
think
They're not
he's
going to
good.
get rid of D'Lo right now, and they talk about like them having an issue like paying D'Lo, but honestly, D'Lo's max was like what 15 million less than KD.
Yeah.
So like that's why they ended up doing that. Like we're gonna pay the tax. We're going to San Francisco. We making a ton of money. In
Yeah,
the
Right,
draft.
exactly.
already.
yeah.
But they're not going to trade him right away. They got to see how it works out, and you need him throughout the season because Klay, he can come back at the All-Star break, but he don't need to come back at the All-Star break. Like he can wait till like mid-March, play his way into shape until playoffs, then
Right.
go from there.
Give
But
him
if
a
they're
little time.
struggling, then I understand if you want to try to bring him
I
back.
think he's going to be the perfect fit, man. I think his offense will take a little bit of load off of Steph. I think Steph is going to have a breakout, amazing season. I think he's going to show why he's the best point guard in the game. But I think D'Lo can cover up some of that slack that's that's missing from the scoring of KD and combined with Klay. I know Steph's going to step it up, maybe average like 35, something crazy this year. But
I mean, hey, what if he breaks his 3-point record? Does he automatically get MVP?
Yes.
or is he automatically Hall of Fame? That's the
I
question.
mean,
that was asked the other day.
let's not ask Jordan.
No, all right.
Let's not
look,
ask
no,
Jordan.
no.
this.
The only
is
thing I'll say on the
tampering.
Jordan
This is
thing,
tampering.
the only thing I want to say on the Jordan thing is the only part of that he got right is he hasn't finished his career,
He
so he
hasn't.
hasn't gone to the Hall
No,
of Fame
yeah,
yet.
yeah,
Doesn't
yeah,
have
yeah,
opportunity.
yeah. Get that,
He's
but-
a surefire Hall of Famer. Michael
That's
Jordan.
tampering. You can't
you
say that,
are
though.
a
Unanimous.
6-time champion, 6-0 in the finals.
Yeah.
Recognize real. This is the guy that's changed basketball as it stands now. He's changed the culture of it. He's changed how offenses are run. He's helped part the system that is kids shooting 3-pointers at 7 feet tall.
Bro changed
from
the game.
half court.
Yeah, he
literally.
changed the game.
There is
Because
no
they
way,
can.
shape, or form that this man is not in the Hall of Fame. I don't care what drugs you're on. I don't care how many clinics you
Hey,
open. I don't care what you
what
decide to
I've-
do with the
what I've
Charlotte
learned-
Hornets and shitty decision making. You
Yeah.
can choose. Y'all got Kevin Bacon. No, Dwayne Bacon. My bad.
Yeah, Dwayne
Y'all got
Bacon.
Dwayne Bacon.
Sometimes
I love
Bacon.
that pick. And at the end of the day, Steph Curry's a Hall of Famer. Shut the fuck
Hey,
up.
He
hey,
made-
Jordan, you are a great player, but when it comes to making these basketball decisions, you are, like Charles
Kwame
Barkley
Brown.
says, terrible,
Kwame
Terrible.
Oh, God,
terrible.
man.
So it's bad.
If you
Bobcats
notice during the
tried.
interview, Jordan was trash.
No, yeah,
You know that he got
He
his
be
own
lit,
tequila.
too.
yeah, I know. He be
I'm
turning up.
starting to think like even when he's drafting, making free agency decisions and signing contracts, the tequila's still on the table.
Yeah,
Bro,
I
don't think that's
you might
just
not want to
tobacco
work
in the-
like
in
that.
the
He like,
cigars.
yeah, it is.
I'm about to say, did y'all not remember the stories about Jordan?
No, yeah,
He
people-
used to turn up on purpose and then make sure he's like, I can still, no matter what condition I'm in, I'm still better than you.
Yeah.
No matter what we do, I'm better than you.
That's the conspiracy of the flu game.
That's why he
the
to go.
conspiracy of the flu game.
That's why he would go, right?
The conspiracy is that night, the night before, he got really fucked up and he was hungover during the game. That's what the whole conspiracy
Really?
is.
I never heard of that.
That is a big conspiracy because of this whole story, because of all the stuff we heard about him.
We
I
gotta
heard
check
they-
Himes facts.
I heard they food poisoned him. It wasn't really
That
the
sounds,
flu.
that
food
sounds more
poison,
likely,
yeah.
but I feel like that could. That's his lifestyle. I'm not judging the man,
Yeah.
but
Bro
he gave you a bucket.
Bro's
after
coming drunk and dropping 45 on you. You have no excuse.
But
The next night at 6 in the night, though, he
Hey,
was
just-
hard.
It doesn't matter.
Hey, just to take it
Will
back.
Chamberlain went hard, and we gonna leave that at that.
Hey, just to take it back
No
to
comment.
the Warriors. Yes, Steph Curry
Bucket.
is a
Bucket.
future
Walking
first ballot
bucket.
Hall of Famer, and yes, he's going to be exciting this year, and that's why he may be one of our top 5 league pass teams. The final team I'm going to have out there, then we'll throw in some other teams and just pick 5 from there. I'm going to say the Philadelphia 76ers. They may be the best team in the East. Ben Simmons may actually shoot jump shots this year, which is going to open up his game. Game number 1, he was so aggressive with scoring that he looked really good. You got Tobias. You got Embiid, who's always a big-time player that you want to watch. Paul Richardson, Al
Josh
Horford.
Richardson.
They took the best player from the Celtics and put him on their team. So, man, it's just, I think the Sixers are going to be a very exciting team to watch because they're going to win a lot of games and they can play slow ball and they can speed it up. So, how do we feel about the Sixers as a league pass team?
I'm with you on the Sixers solely because I want to see Big Al do well.
Yeah, facts.
End of my commentary on the Sixers.
Yeah, Sixers, the team that gave Celtics their first loss. So, big
think-
shout out to them.
And
I think
shout
they're gonna
out
be
to the
in a lot
Clippers,
of-
baby.
They're gonna be on a
get
lot
outta
of. They're gonna be on a lot of games or live anyway, so I think we're gonna see them.
Yeah.
But they are the best team, or fighting to be the best team in the East because they're wide open.
In the
since,
NBA, too.
since the Raptors team kind of dismantled with Kawhi leaving,
Yep.
the East is kind of wide open. It's between them and Milwaukee, and then you got a couple like secondary teams. But yeah, I think it'll be interesting to see how they develop and how they come together, and see what's going on.
So, how you feel about it, Mike?
I was gonna say before I start my statement, why is Alex dick riding with this Clippers,
Yeah, this
with this Clipper shirt? Because
Intentionally,
the Celtics
bro.
didn't. Because the Celtics
Intentionally.
didn't get
Doc
it done.
Rivers, I'm rooting for
I'm
my
trying
old
to
coach.
understand because
he
we
got us
lost.
banner 17, and
Did y'all win?
the Celtics won.
That's
banner
what I'm saying.
17.
Like,
Man.
That's my old head coach. You think I'm not going to support?
Get out of here.
What type of crap is that?
You know he also coached the Orlando Magic. Do you see them calling for his name?
no.
Did he win a ring with the Magic?
Man, it don't matter.
He did not win a ring there.
He was there. He didn't win that ring. That was top
No,
2 of those
he had
teams.
young. He
Hey,
had,
get out of here with
young
that. He
cats.
embedded Ubuntu into the Celtics culture, and that worked.
That was
And
Tibbs'
Imbu Tom made the
defensive team.
YouTube. So let's.
Hey,
Get outta here with that.
so
Don't be
let's
salty, y'all
let's
are
break it
0-1
down.
too.
Let's come up with our courtside radios. The starting 5 top league pass teams. So we have the Rockets in there.
Yes.
That's one. All right. So do we all agree with the Mavs?
Hawks.
Yeah, Mavs,
Yeah.
I got that.
Mavs. So that's 2.
Hawks.
Do we all agree with the Hawks?
Yep.
Mike.
I got honorable mention with them.
What other teams you got that can replace them?
Miami.
Nah, just
I had-
run through all the other ones that go work. That
Yeah,
were all
so-
good.
Yeah,
So
those
far-
ones are unanimous.
So far, we got Rockets and Mavs. All right.
And Hawks.
What are some other teams that are going to be
I
exciting?
got Miami.
We'll go with Hawks
my
for the
bad, my
second
bad, my
list. Let's go.
Yeah, pick your team. So Miami is a team. The Lakers, of course.
I had the
They're in town though.
Miami is-
I had the
Miami is
Lakers,
no.
the Clippers.
Miami is no.
You feel me? I had the Lakers, Clippers, Golden State, Houston Rockets, Pelicans / Dallas, just because of the
Pelicans.
young talent.
Yep.
And then I had ATL for honorable mention.
Yeah.
That's how my list was going.
So Pelicans. I think without Zion, we can't fully
That's why I
say
said like
commit
the young
to them.
talent.
So Atlanta. So Atlanta will be the third team. So Rockets, Hawks, Mavs, Warriors.
Yes.
Yes.
How many yeses do we have?
Yes.
Steph's got so many fans. They're gonna be must see TV anyways. They're gonna be on every.
So what you
They're
got,
gonna be
Bruce? 'Cause
national
Bruce is shaking his
telecasted.
head saying no.
The purpose of League Pass is teams that you likely will never see.
Right.
So, yes, Pelicans are on my list with or without Zion. Of course, Zion's coming back. You'll eventually get most of the season, I still think, with him.
Yeah.
But another team I had, like Atlanta, that's why I agree with Atlanta, but Orlando.
Oh,
Like,
Orlando. Yeah, yeah.
I watched Markelle Fultz last night. He looked
Yes.
good.
I'm happy for this man.
Yeah.
Did you see him out there like really playing basketball?
Yeah. I'm just afraid to watch him because Aaron Gordon don't look like he took that
League
next
pass
step.
is when you paying that $200 a year,
Yeah.
and you gonna go watch a game that you ain't gonna usually watch.
So
Man,
I'm turning on the Orlando Magic versus whoever they playing to see what Markelle Fultz does.
I got the Heat. You got Jimmy Butler. You got Tyler Hero coming off. You got a couple. You got D Jones with them crazy dunks. You said dunk he had last
he
night.
dunked on Valanciunas. That was tough.
Yeah, come on now.
The throw in, it wasn't even a dunk. The throw in.
And then if they end up trading for CP3, like that's gonna be their big two right there. So I think they're gonna be interesting in the East.
Are we
so
taking
that's
the
me.
Warriors off? We taking the Warriors
I
off?
don't. Warriors. I think the Warriors should by default not be on the list
'Cause we're gonna see them anyway.
Any primetime teams should not be on the list. So Clippers, the Rockets, I can understand because they're gonna go back and forth with them.
Are
Yeah.
the Nets prime time then? This season,
The
are
Nets are in primetime. They're
are
actually
not?
they're
I would
not.
Then
throw
I'm
the
putting
Nets.
the Nets in.
I would
Nets.
throw the Nets.
What?
Are we all on the Nets?
I can
No,
understand the
we're
Nets.
not on Nets.
Bro,
Nets.
Kyrie.
No, but I'm not on their nuts at all.
Kyrie
I'd rather see the
In the
Knicks.
loss.
I
What do
would
you mean?
definitely
Yeah,
go
50
in with you
L.
on the Nets. Like
All right,
that
so we
can
got
be
3. Are you on Nets or
No,
no?
I'd
I'd rather
rather,
Nets
all right,
I'd rather
agree.
see the
We're
Knicks.
taking primetime teams off, so the Nets with Kyrie alone, we don't even know what they're going to do with KD yet, so we don't get to see that till next season.
All right, so
so
hold
if
them off
we see
to next
Kyrie
season.
now, that's what I'm saying. So,
Hold them off
Take in
to
the
next
moment.
season.
I'll
Take
buy
in the
next
moment.
season. Hey, that's true.
Look, I'm the guy.
Hey, that makes a hell of a
That man
point.
was on my team. He dropped 50
Hell
in
no,
the first
Alex,
game.
they
I
off.
definitely
They
want
off.
to watch it. I want to watch them play. He dropped
All right.
50 in his first game.
Hey, so how about a team?
I love Kyrie.
How
He
about a
dropped
team
50
that?
in the L.
How
That's
about
disqualified.
a team?
I
But
would pay to see
it's
both.
just about excitement. We don't care if you win or lose. It's just, hey, I want to tune in to see if Kyrie gonna get 100 tonight. You know, so I'm gonna throw in the Nets because I think that's a good team. So it comes down to Sixers, Toronto, Portland, and Warriors. So who we got from there?
Portland.
Portland.
I'll either take the Sixers or the Warriors. Are you talking about keeping or taking off?
Keeping.
Are they the
I'm-
best backcourt?
those two.
Who has the better backcourt, Rockets or Portland?
Rockets.
On paper or like in reality?
No, the reality.
Rockets.
Yeah, like when
I'm just
they're on
asking,
the
you think
court.
they're gonna click good? Because
Hey,
Dame
regard-
and
yeah, they're
McCollum
gonna
click
easily-
really well.
That's good, but they're going to score more and be. They're going to.
Go ahead, Michael.
Michael,
Michael
go
got-
ahead. Go ahead.
For
Michael.
me, I'm going to
Let your
say
mind free.
Sixers because I think Ben Simmons is going to have a
That's not
great
even a
year.
top choices.
Yeah,
Wait.
Sixers
Did you hear what he
choices.
said? Did you hear what he said?
What?
My Sixers. What type of shit is this?
Wait,
Aren't
my-
you a
No, he's
Laker
been
fan?
claiming the
I've
Sixers.
been claiming Sixers the last 2 years.
You can't do that. You can't do that.
They're going to win the East.
You Laker
and
fan?
shit.
Hey,
I
you Laker
gave this
fan?
man two options.
I know
Hey,
this
hold
dude.
on, hold on.
This Celtic fan.
You don't even
is
know
in
who you
here.
like today, bro.
I live in Los
The
Angeles. I'm
Celtics,
from LA.
Clippers,
This
bro,
man is my
Atlanta,
team's
Dick
old coach.
Bright-ass-
I'm wearing this crap.
I asked him two options. This man said option C.
All of the above.
I was like the other one's like, bro, you came in here talking about somebody repping another team and you got on a whole ass.
Well, at least it
another
makes
shirt.
sense for me
His
because
name is
I'm in Los
Clipper.
Angeles.
He's gonna
this
be
guy
Clipper
was my
Dyrell.
team's old coach. This guy has no
Who
connection
leads
to
with
the
that
Lakers.
coach? Hey,
Tyrone over here.
Hold on, Bruce. Who leads with that coach? Like, who leads when the coach leaves? Oh, man, the coach left. I'm going to the Clippers. Like,
Come
I'm a
on,
Knicks
man.
fan. They got Phil Jackson
Hey,
out there.
so let's come up. No, team number 5: Sixers, Raptors, Portland. Who we
I
got?
go Sixers.
I got Hornets.
Oh, get out of here.
Get out of here, Terry Rozier.
What? Terry Rozier.
I got the Heat.
He's done.
Man, we go. So we got
I got
Sixers.
Heat.
Mike, you got it. You got the winner. Who you got?
Heat.
76ers, baby.
Sixers.
Yeah,
so
I can roll with it.
so that's our final team.
So when it comes to the Courtside Radio top 5 league passes, the starting 5, given their 5, it's the Rockets, Hawks, Mavs, Nets, Sixers. So you guys listen. Make sure
This
you
is
guys,
2004 all over again. I demand a recount.
man.
Well,
Recount.
hey, side note, I've been praying on this impeachment talk of Donald Trump. Please let it happen.
Yes,
Lord.
please.
Too late. This nigga already served his whole
low-key.
term, basically.
Yeah.
No, it's basically to keep him from going for a second one. But
Yeah, that
let's
would-
cut
I'm saying,
politics
though,
out of
like-
this. Thank
Hey,
you.
yeah.
No
Get it out,
politics.
So
No,
you
this
guys,
is basketball.
you guys have our 5 teams, but now we're going to move on to
This
our.
ain't China and we're not
Chinese,
LeBron. We're
Chinese.
talking ball.
No PlayStations. No PlayStations.
Hey, so now we're going to move
God
on.
damn, bro. That's
to-
a throwback reference right
Man,
there.
facts.
PlayStations.
Hey,
Damn.
hey, so now we're going to move on to our
Got Nikes and
second
PlayStations. Hot and ready.
new topic. But once again, this is Courtside Radio with the starting 5 here at the Good News Sports Studio. Thank you guys for tuning in. Remember, you guys can always chime in the chat box, and we will respond to you.
Do you guys
The
remember
starting
that
5 in the
crap like
building.
years ago with Bush where he actually claimed the PlayStations were like their parts were being used for missiles. Like,
Hey, Bush, like Trump,
Bro,
we don't like to talk about.
the same
Shout out YG
game
and
system I'm
Nipsey.
playing, Dragon Ball Z, like Budokai Tenkaichi on that system, and they're like, it's being used for missiles. Like, what are
No,
you talking
yeah.
about, bro? I'm just playing as Goku on the weekends.
Hey, just play
Get
that
outta
J.
here.
Cole song and you remember why Bush is who he is. But
Bush
so
League.
exactly.
Tennessee, I'm pretty sure
Exactly.
it's Tennessee.
So you guys heard earlier Bruce's Center of Attention, one of our new segments. Now you're going to get our second new segment, which is the 2-4 pick and roll segment, where, just to explain it, it's going to be our shooting guard, Mr. Adepapi Mike himself, and then our power forward, Philip Downtown Brown.
Brown.
And they're going to pick whether
Man, you
they
Hispanic
agree or
now?
not. So, hey, you guys.
Poppy, not
hey,
the Pappy.
I know, I heard that.
Poppy
The
seeds.
Poppy, man. You know,
Poppy
Papi chulo,
seeds.
papi chulo.
Hey, shout out to our folks listening in Miami right now. I
Bro,
love you,
all
Puerto
I
Rican
can think
women.
of
Was
now
good.
is next Friday, where he's like,
I can
"Ay,
think
papi
about
chulo. Ay, papi chulo.
Hey,
Hashtag
so
warrior.
Philip, Mike, explain what's going on, and then let's get it going.
I don't like Doris Holmes.
Go ahead.
Okay, we got a little situation, you feel me, where we got the 2-4 pick and roll. So we got games of the week after Thursday, and we're gonna go ahead and toss them to each other and be like, is you gonna go with it, is you gonna roll, or you gonna go ahead and slide it to the side?
So basically, it's like you pick out a game that's coming up this week, and we want to tune into that game. So we want to put some special attention on this game, put some focus on this game. Make sure everybody listening and watching, y'all come back through and see if y'all rocking and rolling with us. You know,
Yeah, so it's gonna start off with Mike this week is gonna pick the game.
and this is a surprise joint
Yeah,
too.
and he's going to decide who he has as a winner, and Philip is going to decide whether he's rolling or not. So, Mike, you have your game
Yeah, I got starting off for Friday.
Friday.
I have Dallas versus New Orleans as well.
Ooh. So who you have as your winner, Mike?
As my winner, I'm gonna go with Dallas just for Zion's out. So I'm
Yeah.
going with the solidified players as of right now that's on the roster for Dallas.
Who's
For
at
sure.
home?
So,
I'll tell you right now. Hold on, let me slide. that
Philip,
right back.
Are
Do
we
you
counting?
roll?
Are we counting Dallas's team right now more solidified than the New Orleans team that is on there currently?
because they have their star player in Luka.
I'm going with the Mavs too. I'll tell you, that's my young team I'm rocking with. I
So-
like both those guys.
And I was gonna tell you,
I'm going with the Mavs on this one, y'all.
Mavs. So Philip, you're rolling.
I'm rolling
Dallas
with
is at
I'm rolling
home,
with my
and Dallas is
dog.
at
so
home.
pick and roll is going to
I'm
happen.
rolling with my dog.
I'm rolling with
So
Mike
get-
on this one.
Yeah, give us another game.
All right, so I got another one for Friday. Also, I got a couple days in there. We got some time through
Next
the week.
Friday?
Yep.
We got Portland versus Sacktown.
Oh, that's easy. Who you got?
Oh, bro,
Who
that's
you got?
easy.
Hold on.
That's
Who you
easy.
got? Who you got, Mike?
He's going to go with Sacramento.
That you know what? That's funny. They were. It was like a
Mike,
Sacktown
don't
could
you
try to get
dare!
this, but there is Mr. Dame Dollar on one side, and he could do it by himself. CJ just adds on.
So you got Portland?
most definitely.
Are you rolling?
Yeah, I got Portland. I'm rolling with
Oh,
I'm rolling with Big Dog.
Yes,
What you
sir.
talking about?
So one more game. Pick one more game.
Lakers Jazz.
Lakers Jazz.
This will be a good challenge. See how the Lakers bounce back.
You gonna roll with it? You gonna go?
So
with
who
it?
you got?
Wait, it's
Oh,
on
you
you,
talking about-
Big
oh,
Dog. It's
Yeah,
on
who
you.
you got?
I got the Lakers, baby.
Okay.
We're gonna have to show the league that Utah they gonna have a nice record, but
I think it's in LA too. I think it's in
I'll tell you
LA.
right now. I'll tell you
I'm
right
going
now.
to have to...
Who you got, Philip?
What y'all looking at me for?
Are you rolling?
Hold on.
Are you rolling?
Hey, it's
Is
in
you
Utah.
rolling?
It looks
That's
like
that
it's in
Gucci.
Utah.
Is you rolling?
It's in Utah.
It's
Is
in
you rolling?
Utah.
So are you rolling?
Bitch, I might be. Bitch, I might be.
Oh, guys, big moment just now. Adrian
happened?
Peterson passes Jerome Bettis and LaDainian Tomlinson for 6th most rushing yards in NFL history.
Hey, big
just
time.
now.
Though we are a
Shout out,
basketball
AD.
show, we are also big time
Hey,
football fans.
all
So
day AP.
shout out to all day AP. So
And he
are you rolling? He picked Lakers over Utah at Utah. Are you rolling? Are you
Nah, I'm
not?
at the pop back for the 3 and hit your ass with that jazz.
Ah, so you got the Jazz.
Pick
Hey,
and pop, baby.
Okay.
Hey, I got to be real. I'm going with the Jazz on this one.
man.
Okay.
Yeah.
Early in the
Bias.
season?
No bias.
No,
Because it's early in the
It's
season.
early in the season.
That's why.
People aren't as in shape. They're playing at altitude.
Sure,
You know
no
what I'm saying?
bias, bruh. Sure.
They're playing at altitude.
I'm sorry,
How many
bro, I had
players
to
did
wipe
the
them.
Lakers add versus how many players did the Jazz add? They're more ready.
You know the
to
difference?
go.
The Lakers have LeBron and AD, and they don't. That's
They
why I
have-
got the
They
Lakers.
got
Yeah.
Spider Mitchell.
Y'all got
And he'll
KCP.
get boomed though.
Don't
and Rudy
compare.
Gobert.
Y'all got KCP.
He can get back. First of all, he
Yeah,
can get
y'all got
bashed on by
KCP.
somebody.
What was his stat line? 25 minutes, 0 points, 0 assists,
And
0
Danny
rebounds,
Green had
and
28.
5 fouls.
Hey, it
Danny
was a
Green
very
had 28.
he-
Doesn't matter what the other cat had.
Yeah,
Does
he-
not matter.
K-
The Lakers
KCP
bench
played
had, had 19 points total.
He played a very
Danny
efficient
Green
game.
had 28 in his opening
Clippers
game.
bench had 60 points.
He outscored LeBron.
Hey, so-
That's hilarious to me.
So
He did
before
that
we
in
move on,
2014.
Alex, before we move
Stop
on
bringing
to
up
the,
bullshit.
to the next subject, with our 2-4 pick and roll, the shooting guard chose Dallas over Pelicans. He chose Lakers over Utah. And what was
Portland
the
over
third?
Sacktown.
Portland over Sacktown. And we had 2 rolls and 1 pop back for 3.
Yeah, one pop back
Okay.
for 3.
So, hey, if you guys agree with Phillip with his rolls and his dumb decision not to roll, make sure you guys hit us up on our IG, Courtside Radio. Remember that you can always hit us up in the
Oh.
chat box. So,
Y'all better frickin' roll on that last
I had
game.
something for the week. I thought, how long we doing it?
no, it's too many games, man.
Oh, I was about to say because
This man's about to do 82
Oh,
games.
wow.
Yeah.
You gotta pick the best upcoming
I'm
games.
sorry
Yeah.
then. Okay, hold on.
We picked
I gotta
the best
throw in
upcoming
Philly.
games.
I'm gonna throw in Philly and ATL early in the season.
Nah.
Oh, that's
I'm,
easy.
I'm throwing that early, but I'm saying
That's
like I
easy.
wanted to see that game in OKC
Yeah, okay.
and Houston first game.
OKC Houston was on my
like,
list.
That's why I'm
Yeah.
like OKC Houston first game.
Don't
Russ
wanna
go
see
back.
an
I want to
ass
see that.
whooping.
Russ go back though.
Look at this.
Russ
No,
go
yeah,
back
big
to
time.
OKC.
Yo, I want you to
his
see
reception.
this.
You
I
think
want
he's
you to
gonna
see
be?
this. This is for this upcoming week, and I had 4 upcoming games
And
on it.
Miami
You
and
think
Milwaukee.
he's
would
gonna?
be a
You
good
think he's
one.
gonna get booed, or you think he's gonna get?
Oh,
I know, Mike. I know you're going to agree with
Russ
that
was a
list.
king out there.
4 good upcoming NBA
Russ a
games
king out
on
there.
League
You
Pass.
think he's still good?
I didn't know.
'Cause
I
it
didn't
wasn't
know.
his fault they left.
I was consolidating. I like I had a few games I had for going down.
Oh,
And the Tuesday,
shoot. You actually went each day.
My
Hey,
thing, I thought
yeah.
I was ready, baby. I ain't know. If you stay
Yeah.
ready, you ain't
Bro,
got to
why
get
do you
ready.
have
Facts. Shout
January
out E40.
22nd, 2020 games already?
Don't worry about what I be doing.
Damn.
I'm working on, boy.
This man's
Hey,
staying
Mike
strapped
is
and
working
ready.
hard, baby. I love it. So that's this week's 2-4 pick and roll segment.
So it's on me next week. I got to pick.
Yeah,
them.
it's on you to pick 3 games.
That's what I'm talking about. Come set the screen, man. You
I
know I
got
got
you.
handles, boy.
Yeah.
got you.
So hey, make
that
sure you guys
mismatch.
are ready for our 2 new segments. Bruce's center of attention, the team of the week, and then our 2-4 pick and roll. So now let's talk about. I got Alex on a crip on me, so he wants to talk about his seeds.
God damn, bro. Trying to get me caught up for
So
nothing.
before we talk about the Battle of LA round 1, let's talk about these Celtics since Himes is here repping
Why?
for his squad. And
Is he
let's-
repping? Is he really repping?
He's
though?
not really repping, but
I
he
gotta
wants to
he
talk
bleeds
about it.
green.
I gotta take a
somewhere.
second. You guys don't really see it because you're not a part of the groups, but I'm a part of like 15 different Celtics groups on Facebook.
Boo.
All right? And yesterday,
Hey, shout them
everyone
out
was
so I can
saying
bash them.
was 2 things. Everyone was like, Kemba drops 10 points, Kyrie drops 50. What the hell? Why?
Well,
and
that's
then
your
they're
decision.
and then they're trashing guys like Hayward, Tatum, and Brown.
No, you
Look,
can't do that.
Look, all right, Celtics fans, let's take a moment. Calm the hell down. It is game 1 of the season. You see Laker fans freaking out? No. You see Clipper fans, even though they got the win without Paul George, are they freaking out? No.
We're also both better
This
than
is-
the Celtics.
Yeah, sit down. Yeah, you guys are
still
0-1 too, so step off. All right, so
still better
Celtics
than y'all.
fans, calm down. It's the first game of the season. Did you expect Kemba to miss every one of those shots? Even he said it. Those shots were the simple step back jumpers that he's known for being cardiac Kemba for. He missed those. They went in and out. There's a reason why the game went badly. Poor shooting. It was a great night for Tatum. It was a great night for Hayward. And defensively from Robert Williams, it was great seeing what he could do. Calm the hell down, though. It's 1 game. Kemba isn't bad. It's a fluke game. First game of the year. You guys really think that this team's going to be ready from the jump? This isn't 2008, Celtics fans. I'm going to have a Rick Pitino moment. This isn't 2008, Celtics fans. Paul Pierce, Kevin Garnett, and Ray Allen are not going to walk through that door. Get used to seeing this lineup, and the season will go on. They will get better. Kemba will have a better stat line each game that passes by. Just calm down. Take it slow. Relax. Stay green.
Hey, so we're going to have to
Celtics
chime
corner?
in. Yeah, Celtics corner. We're going to have to always chime in on the Celtics because Himes has such a huge crush on the Celtics, and they won't make it past the second
Shout out
round
to
this year.
the 42nd birthday of one Paul Pierce, the truth, a couple days ago, man.
She's
Shout
still on
out.
ESPN, so that's
Inglewood's
dope.
finest,
Shout out.
baby.
Hey, so
See, and this is that moment where you see that there isn't any Lakers Celtics hate. It's just you made it to the league, you won, you came from this area. We always represent.
Exactly. Hey,
I don't second that. I hate you guys. But well, once
damn.
again,
Hey, yo,
Courtside Radio.
You guys remember Mikel's NBA stat line, right?
What you mean?
Non-existent for a reason. He didn't make the league.
No, I'm playing through Russ, so I got MVP on my under
Damn,
my
bro.
belt.
This man, you think you're playing through Russ. You're playing through the lawn, right, bro? Calm down.
Hey, D. Wright is nice too.
Fine.
Hey,
Fine. His
Courtside
brother.
Radio.
His brother.
Darrell got a ring.
Hey, he did try to see.
Darrell got a ring. So Lou House in the building. Hey, Courtside Radio
got one
with the
with Miami,
starting
right?
five.
Damn, bro. He really got my ass on
Yeah,
that one.
I win.
gotta say,
Miami.
shout out to Darrell there for
I
that
win.
ring.
Beverly Hills has how many NBA players? 0. So, as you guys
Romeo
know,
wasn't gonna make it.
Come on, I'll be the first to say. You think we're known for basketball? Hell no. We're known for pushing out accountants, doctors, and
Facts.
people with like jobs that are not included in sports, unless they're repping these people.
facts. Hey, so shout out to
Sports
the
medicine.
city of LA,
Yeah.
who just had one of the biggest NBA opening games possibly ever with the Lakers Clippers. For us Lakers fans, it was a sad day because it didn't turn out as planned. The Clippers won 112-102, led by Kawhi and his 30 points, 5 assists, 6 rebounds, and 60 points from the bench, led by their 2 star players off the bench, Lou Will and Montrezl Harrell.
Did you really read my notes? Because that's literally the first part of my note.
Nah, clearly you copy mine. So,
Sus.
Lou Will
Y'all
had
so
21, Harold
sharing
17.
notes.
The Lakers fought, but it just wasn't enough. AD led the team with actually he didn't lead the team, but he had 25 points, 5 assists, 9 rebounds. LeBron
Green led the team, right?
18, 8, and 10, and Green led the Lakers with 28 points, 18 coming in the third quarter. So
That was-
just to talk about the game, man, Kawhi Leonard looked amazing. He looked just like the NBA Finals Kawhi, man. He looked so much like Kobe and Jordan last night. The way that a couple nights ago, how he was just picking his spots and making these tough fadeaway shots. And then on the other end, he was guarding LeBron. It was just so Kobe Jordan-like. It was great to see for NBA fans, but for us Laker fans, we got to get ready for him. So what you feel about round one?
I just think it was crazy that it was supposed to be a Clippers home game, but they was booing Kawhi.
You damn right.
And then they was chanting MVP for LeBron. Like,
Bro, it's
that's
forever
gonna be.
Lakers.
I'm just gonna say that's gonna be a thing down here, man. Like, they still haven't won over the city yet. Like, it's still so much work to be done. They're trying to make it into a rivalry, which this season it is going to be a rivalry because they do play, same city, same arena, all that stuff. And then they got those two new duos coming in, so it's going to be a rivalry. So I don't know why LeBron's trying to deflect and say it's not a rivalry, but we got to expect more out of LeBron. Like, the fact that the Clippers did so well without Paul George is promising. You saw that last year they took the Warriors to 7 games, so you know that the bench and everything was set there, and now they got 2 stars to implement. It's going to be something crazy, man. But Bron and AD got to figure out what they're doing.
Don't forget the Lakers were missing 2 guys that are going to be rotational guys.
Yeah, Kuz. Yeah, we talking about Kuz and Rondo. No, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
So that's big. So
And
But
Caruso.
we had this question.
Caruso, is he hurt?
Yes, the
All right,
snatch.
We had
he's
this
hurt?
question though: who's more important to the team, Kuz or PG? Because you saw what Kawhi could do with just those players that they already had. Who's more important to their team, Kuzma or PG?
PG, of course, is the better player. I just think
for sure.
The
but-
Lakers have no bench, and Kuzma can be a guy that scores 16 off the bench, 17 off the
20,
bench,
yeah.
which is huge. You know what I'm saying? Like, no lie, looking at the Clipper team, I was like, bro, this
They
team
almost
without
straight
PG
without
can
PG,
win.
yeah.
Without
Yeah.
can win
See,
with championship.
That's what we were
did
talking
win
about in the
without
car.
PG.
That's
They
what we
did
were
beat
talking
us
about in
without
the
him.
car. And what it came down to was, in order for each team to have the best success, Kyle Kuzma is more integral to the Lakers' long-term success in winning a ring than Paul George is for the Clippers.
For all those
De
reasons you
facto.
named,
Yeah.
I was
Like
just about to-
we broke it down in the car. The Clippers had 60 points off the bench, 52 points from their offense, 30 of which was from Kawhi, okay?
Yeah.
The Clippers are ready to go. They're gunning, their guns a-blazing. They added pieces. They didn't
50
subtract
points
much.
from the starters.
Yeah,
Yeah,
starters.
50
I'm about to
points
say,
from
man.
the starters.
Yeah.
Right.
They
Six-
added
and Kawhi
they
had 30
added
of those.
Yeah.
more
Yeah,
than they
yeah.
subtracted. The Lakers added a lot more than the Clippers did and subtracted a lot more. There's a lot more turnover. There's a lot more new faces that need to get integrated, and they haven't had the ability to have everyone on the court healthy together to play those games to get the most out of those guys. It's the first game of the year, dude. Like, I know that it's crazy for Clipper fans to get the win, especially without Paul George. Congratulations. But it's the first game of the year. It doesn't matter. This matters in June, July. I mean,
that's
in like May and June when you have both teams healthy. You guys, both teams have had experience for a whole season getting the nitty and gritty. Already. Yeah, getting the camaraderie there. Everything plays into each other, and we can't judge their matchup off of this one game. Although it was nice watching the Lakers and the Celtics lose on the same day.
That's kind of the only thing they needed, though, was to add that one go-to player, that one star to their team. The Clippers had a better formulated team, and then piggyback off what he's saying, that they lost so many key role players to bring in AD that you kind of have to fill in those other holes that you didn't even, they weren't glaring, those little small things.
You have to knit more of your team together.
For the Lakers, yes, they need more time.
The Clippers weren't as integral for the Lakers as they were.
Exactly.
I agree.
And look, the Clippers are just ready to go.
Yeah.
They're ready to go.
So what you feel about it, Mike?
I was gonna say, like, you gotta really understand that, like, Kuz's role on the team does play more into it, but it's like what he actually does. Okay, I'm a stretch 4, I'm 6'9", 6'10", I can shoot. I'm getting better at defense, but I will try. I have the effort.
Right.
I got the energy. I'm a hustle player.
It's long enough, like you're saying.
And he's like, bro, and I am a solidified bucket coming out. What'd you just say, fool?
He said it's long enough, Paul.
You talking about the D, and that's long enough.
Oh, man.
My bad, to clarify.
Here
you got it, Mike.
All right, but no, he set me up for that. But no, like, you got to understand that Kuz makes the Lakers a championship team by making the team better. Just as Michael was saying, depth-wise, but he's like, okay, I'm a player that can give you 18.
Yeah, 18.
I can give you a good 16, not even 16. I can give you 18 or more easily. When you need it in the playoffs, I can still drop a 30-piece if we need that for that game.
Right.
I can win us a game if we need.
But that bench is crazy, man. The Clippers, like I said, they seem
crazy.
like a more well-rounded team.
They got 2 guys that can come in and do work, and they did. So, Bruce, what you feel about
round
Lakers?
More players. The Lakers could pick up, what's my guy from Washington? Jay Crossover.
Oh, yeah, Jay Crossover. Yeah, Jamal Crawford.
It's between him and Melo. They'll figure it out eventually.
The Lakers?
Yeah.
Yeah, they could use somebody off the bench.
Kuzma and Rondo's going to be back, and that's going to help a lot.
I didn't think about it. Space Jam is coming, so who would you think they will pick?
Man, Bugs Bunny.
Hey, exactly, because they was like, it's going to be Melo randomly. I don't know why.
But I'm telling you, Rondo's going to help because the Lakers had no other guy that can create buckets for anybody else other than LeBron. So Rondo's going to help with that, and then Kuzma's going to bring
facilitators,
another scorer. You know what I'm saying?
And Kuzma learned how to play make.
Yeah.
Over his last couple of years, he developed that towards the end of his rookie year because he started getting doubled because he was putting up 30 in his rookie year at times.
True. Yeah.
And then last year he kind of just tried to try out some new things with his game, and he started developing. But my take on it was, it's fresh, I understood. I went in with all the hype thinking we was gonna win. I knew we was gonna lose.
I wanted to win, but I felt like we was gonna lose.
Another thing I followed was the betting line. Everybody had all their money on the Lakers. I knew they was gonna lose.
It was too good to be
Vegas
true,
was
man.
all in. Everybody was taking the Lakers, so Clippers ended up pulling out. But we started off hot, started off playing well, saw signs of life, and then once it started to go to the bench, and you saw once AD went out and LeBron needed rest, that was pretty much it. That was our struggle, was when the 2 big guys went out. So once we lost them, it was a bit of a struggle. Danny Green was a light to see him put up 28 because he was wide open. He was actually knocking down the wide open shots.
Knocking them 18 in the third.
Bro, if you can do that for me, I'm cool.
Yeah,
we're gonna be all right. Avery Bradley was okay, but I liked how he was aggressive when he was in there. I'm gonna keep saying it. I know Rondo was out, but also Caruso was out. Caruso's been in our system for 2-3 years.
GOAT.
I know he's been in LeBron's system for a year at least. LeBron likes him. He knows how to play make. He's a solid defender, very sneaky athletic. He will bash on you.
He'll bang on somebody, and you'll be shocked at first, but then you'll be like, "Oh, that's Caruso." Never mind.
And the fact that
you'll be like, "Oh, that's Caruso."
Ties to the defense too. The more athletic you are, the more you can move, the more you can cut and stuff. He's definitely a good solid piece that they're missing.
Yeah, and I just think that, man, the Lakers, they just, like you said, they're putting more pieces together, so it's going to take some time. It's game number 1. we got a lot to grow from it. The Clippers do look nice, and we all knew that. We knew they were going to be a scary defensive team. I think the Lakers kind of went away from their size, their bigs. And I think LeBron was trying to play through AD too much to where he should have been like, bro, I still got to get my buckets. Yeah. Like, first half, it was just like, they weren't even doing pick and roll. It was just throwing into AD, let him go.
What do you have, like 17 post-ups?
Yeah.
Yeah, actually.
like
And
18.
LeBron had 5 turnovers, bro.
No, yeah.
He was forcing the ball a lot.
Forcing
And Pat Bev
Yeah, LeBron had
forced
some
him to turn it
bonehead
over.
turnovers at the,
He
at
was
the end of
he was
it.
so
Yeah.
passive at the end of the game that I'm like, dude.
Yeah, he need to be more aggressive.
Yes.
Hands down. This is exactly where we were last year with him.
Yeah.
Like, bro, why aren't you taking over these games at the end? And I understand,
We want
long
LeBron.
season. It's game 1.
Yeah.
He got to figure out who he's playing with and how. And, like, nobody was knocking down shots other than Danny Green.
No, yeah,
and,
sure.
and to see who's going to step
Avery
up, though.
Bradley
No.
randomly.
Tony, Avery Bradley had a couple nice ones. Troy Daniels had like one shot. Like
Quinn
most
Cook only hit
guys,
one
that,
3-2, I
Dwight
believe.
has a couple bonehead plays. JaVale played well at first, but then he had a couple bonehead moves because like once you give these guys too many minutes,
Yeah.
Yeah.
they kind of like. I've always learned with like JaVale. Like JaVale started off the season last year really
Short
well.
spurts.
No, yeah.
Great
Short
play.
spurts, he's great.
Yes.
Soon as he has to make a decision, he try to do too much because he has 12 and 6.
Oh, God damn it.
I think they went away from him too much and played Dwight instead of McGee. McGee
he
can do more.
He had a lot of like opportunities where he was like defensively too.
Bro.
He was letting people slide.
Dwight Howard was looking trash.
Yeah.
He was looking lost a
offensively.
lot.
Yeah.
Offensively, but
Yeah.
defensively,
He
he
was
was
solid.
actually rolling.
Yeah, he was
you know,
solid.
he was
Was
getting
Dwight
to the
ever good at
spot.
offense?
He was
No.
giving away.
I mean, he was
no
good at
post moves.
He was good at catching lobs.
Bro, it was
Exactly.
20 and
Yeah, no-
10.
Dwight
Bro,
was
off
actually
of what post move?
taking the fouls he
off
needed
a
to
spin
take.
move to the.
But it wasn't even that. It was the fact that he was missing. He was like, it was dunks he should have had. He was getting the ball
He
slapped out of his
older.
hand.
Yeah, he older. He not
And
exploding.
stuff, so,
People
yeah.
ain't scared of him anymore.
I
Like,
know, so,
it's a lot going
man,
on.
Give me that shit, Dwight.
I hope we
We
see,
got nigga.
I hope we see more JaVale McGee.
I want to see him and Jared. I want to see Jared Allen actually bash on Dwight. Just random from
Hey,
the Nets.
That's gonna be tough.
Just
The other
random.
thing I want to point out is for the Clippers, Pat Bev did a good job on LeBron.
Great job.
defending
That's-
him.
yes,
he held
he
him to
locked him up
18, 9, and
one
8.
time.
Look, I know that's a good stat line, period, for NBA
He
players.
wasn't forcing it.
but
He wasn't forcing all
offensively,
this either.
But he was like
But
8
offensively,
for
he was
17.
holding him to shots that LeBron didn't want to take or was uncomfortable taking and forced him to be more of a distributor and facilitator like you need to.
True.
You can't stop LeBron. You have to limit him in terms of scoring and force him to be more of a facilitator and more of a Rondo-esque guy from
A
like
passive player.
2012 when
Yeah.
he was getting more rebounds and assists than he was actually scoring.
So,
Oh my
hey,
God, for real. Him,
Fuck.
like J.
Which I
Kidd.
got in the series? Which I got in the regular season series? Who you think?
2-2. It's gonna be 2-2, yeah.
Split.
It's gonna be
What you got, Mike?
I got,
3-1.
exactly.
Lakers.
I'm not about to
By
go no
Lakers?
even. No, I'm not tying with these bitches. No, 3-1 Lakers.
3-1
No, I
We
got
got-
3-1.
we got-
I got 3-1 Clippers.
I know, I
Only
figured you
because-
would. I figured
only,
you would.
No,
Who
no,
you got?
only because I think they will rest
In the series.
AD or LeBron one of those games towards the end of the year.
2-2?
Give them
3-1?
rest. That's why.
Not those
So it
games.
won't
I think
matter.
you got to show up for those. And
Because
Lakers gonna
Kawhi
be
and
got 3-1.
PG have to play.
That's the
Like,
thing.
They have
Like,
to play. Like
one of those, one or two of those games are going to be where they're healthy scratches and they're
Hey,
just not playing.
Okay.
Deuce.
Deuce. You know what? Keep it low for the foe. I'll ride with you on the deuce.
Deuce. Ain't gonna be
Little,
3-1. It's gonna be
little pocket rocky.
Deuce. It's gonna be settled in the playoffs, Western Conference Finals.
So as good as the Clippers played,
No,
do
no
they have to
Clippers.
readjust once Paul George comes back into the fold, or
Yes.
do they got to
Yes,
take time to
because
recalibrate?
He's going to get.
Or is he a guy
Somebody's
that
going
can
to lose
just
some
smoothly
touches.
go
They're
in?
gonna lose.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say they're gonna lose
Somebody's
their
going to lose
role.
some touches. So it's something that they're going to have to grow with. But it's only game number one.
Who got better
Lakers,
record?
Clippers.
Clippers right
Who's
now.
Gonna, no, shut up.
We
fool.
gonna go get those
right now.
You're not
Yeah.
tripping.
You
Who's
didn't
gonna
say
have-
for the whole season.
That's
You
what I'm
just
saying.
said
Who's
you
going to
got-
have a better record at the end of the
It's
season?
Clippers, and only because
it's
of
gonna be
rest.
interesting.
Healthy scratches are going to be the reason why both these teams lose a couple games.
So, hey, we got more games
think
to
that's
come. Clippers, you guys got round one. The Lakers will be ready for round two.
When's the next one? Christmas Day?
That would be.
Oh, I believe
No.
so. Somebody
No, it's
check that
before.
out.
It's
Somebody look
before.
that up. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
let's
think
check
it's
out the
before,
next
yeah.
one. Yeah, that'd be dope.
I think
Check
it's
out
in
the next
November,
one.
actually.
Yeah. So now we're moving on to our next segment. We have about 15 minutes, 20 minutes here. We're going to our 2K player comparison. Himes, are you ready?
Let's get it, boy.
All right. Channel my inner schoolboy Q right there. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back with the most amazing segment from Courtside Radio. That is
Snowboy Q.
Yeah, Snowboy Q, right? All right, we are back with the 2K Pro Comparison, where weekly we take a look at a current NBA player and throw it back a little, kind of like what Michael does, and bring it back to another guy whose game this player resembles.
Pause.
What do you mean? Like throwing
Michael
it back?
be throwing it back.
Throwback
Throwback
Thursday.
I don't know what y'all be doing on Don't Ask.
What do you mean by that?
Don't try to bring,
like Michael.
Damn, you guys,
Okay,
see, my
Michael.
mind didn't go there until you guys said something. This is a PG,
no judging, no judging, Michael,
show
man.
for
First of all,
Facebook
we
fans.
said everything PG related. They could take their mind wherever they want. I was just trying to
damn it.
understand where
All right,
you
well,
was going.
we're throwing
man.
it back like Michael does on the
bet you
TBT
is.
Player of the Week.
There you
and
go.
we're showing you guys a player whose game matches a guy of current status. And right now we're taking it all the way to Chicago with a new player from UNC who has been lighting it up and giving a lot of faith for Chicago Bulls fans. And that is Kobe White.
Jacoby.
The man who dropped 17 and 7 last night has a great all-around offensive game. Look, let's break it down a
His
little bit.
preseason game was
He's
good, too.
a swing guard right there. He can play both the point and the shooting guard. He's
He's a
6'4", 6'5". UNC lists him at 6'5", and the NBA lists him at 6'4", which means he's probably 6'5". Or 6'4".
I give him a 6'4".
Yeah,
I give him a 6'4".
That's without shoes, though.
Either
Yeah,
way,
shoes is 6'5" on court.
Either way, at the position, he does have height against
Tomato.
opposing point guards mostly, so he can take advantage of that on the defensive side of things by bodying these guys up and playing bully ball against them. And offensively, this guy has enough talent and quickness to where he can use his ball handling skills and court vision to break down defenses, gather their respect, so they have to stay out on the opposing players and his teammates and drive to the basket, get the easy buckets, and also kick it out. So right now with that shot breakdown, we're going to go with, I should mention his ability to also stroke it from three. The man was 35% at UNC for his entire career.
No,
he was 1 for 4 last
Hooper.
night,
He
but
can ball.
he can ball and he can shoot. He's an
Yes.
all-around good point guard with a lot of great promise.
And then he
talent.
has
He made
the
like
hair.
7 threes the other day, right?
The hair, that was
6
6
of
a
8.
game.
6
Yeah.
of 8.
Game, but still, though.
It's
No,
still
yeah,
8.
the
To hit
shooting
7
is
in the
down
game,
range.
yeah.
He's got NBA range. That's what it shows.
Yeah.
His
So-
ability is
And he's an older kid, too. He
He's a
stayed
blend.
in college a couple years. you know?
Yep.
4, Kobe White,
Combo
though.
guard.
He has 2 ends of the spectrum. Both are actually pretty good. One of which is clearly better than the other. Mm-hmm. And that is, in this case, you have sort of a best case scenario and also a middle ground scenario. And his game really matches these guys.
Yeah.
One of which, it's just based off of potential because we never got to see him fully flourish in the league. At best case scenario, his potential is being a better and all-around better player. Bigger, stronger, more athletic, more scoring, everything. More potent everything. Jay Williams.
I like that.
And
I think Jay Williams is nice, though.
Jay was, but
Jay was
Kobe
nice.
has a lot more potential that we've seen already than what we got
'Cause
from
he can
Jay
shoot
Will.
better?
Because he can shoot better, and
Yeah, he
he's
got
a lot
better-
He has a
quicker.
better handle, too.
And he's taller. That's the thing. He's bigger,
Jay
broader,
Williams
and
had
take advantage.
bunnies. And
He
Jay
was
Williams
6'2",
is so
and he
nice.
had bunnies,
Bro,
man.
that was
Hey, man, how you going to compare a Tar Heel and a Blue Devil?
Hey, yeah, for real, I just
Oh,
thought
you're
about
gonna
that.
think you're gonna think this one's
ACC.
crazy, and then you're gonna think about it, and I could show you the footage. Same strokes,
No,
same
that's-
offense, same everything.
Yeah, that's a great
You know who his
comparison.
I'm
middle
about to say,
ground scenario is though?
Which one?
Jarrett Jack.
Jerry Jack?
Middle ground scenario.
Hey, Jerry
You gotta
Jack.
remember,
middle ground.
Jarrett Jack
Georgia Tech.
in the
Just wanna throw that
playoffs
out there.
never
Tech.
averaged less than 12
Nice.
points per game. He
Killing
also
it.
never had a starting gig in the NBA. If
True.
he did, the 1 year where he was a starter for a good amount of time was 2012 with the Hornets.
Yeah.
I mean, well, yeah, it was the New Orleans Hornets at that time.
Yep.
And he averaged 15 per game. And that was the year that Chris Paul was down. They ended up having Collison brought in as well, and Collison was doing his thing. That same year, he had the 20 points and 10 rebounds, and he was perfect from the stat line. Jarrett Jack was a great player. I got to say,
He
that's
was-
the
you
one
know
thing
what?
people disrespect about him. He
Under-
never got the respect he deserved.
Underratedly consistent.
Yeah, exactly. And he could heat up like Vinnie Johnson style at any point. The guy had multiple 30-point games, multiple 20-plus point games, and could break down offenses super well. The guy, both Jay Williams and Jarrett Jack had the ability to break down opposing offenses. They were scoring-minded point guards who could also distribute and had great court vision. One of which didn't get to really start. The other one we didn't get to see the full potential of. But Kobe White has the ability to break through the glass ceiling that those two set up for him and become a great NBA player. Chicago fans should be really excited about the combo of Kobe White and Zach LaVine and Lowry Markkanen, to be quite frank. They have a great future ahead of them, great guard rotation. I'm here to tell you right now, the 2K player of the week is Kobe White, and his game resembles that of Jay Williams and Jarrett Jack.
Was he
Hey.
a second-round pick?
Who, Jay? Who?
Jacoby.
No, Kobe?
Yeah.
Kobe? No, he was
What are you talking about?
he was a
late.
lottery pick, wasn't
Jacoby?
No, Kobe White.
Kobe White? Oh,
Yeah.
he was their 7th pick in
Seventh
this year's
pick,
draft.
Seventh.
Yeah.
So, guys, what do you guys think of
I
that
thought he fell.
comparison?
I thought he
Phillip,
fell way down.
Phillip, you sure you watch basketball, bro?
Jesus
I thought he
juice.
fell. I thought he fell.
Hey,
Because he
guys,
was
so what do you think
old.
about this week's
He had
2K
some
Pro
of that moonshine.
comparison?
No, I like that comparison, especially the Jay Will one, just because off the dribble they're both dynamite players. He does shoot better than Jay Will. They both played at North Carolina colleges, and man, they're just both
ACC schools.
Yeah, ACC. They're both guys
Jared
that,
Jack.
that go get buckets.
Georgia
and Jared
Jack.
Jack. Like
All
Georgia
ACC. All
I
ACC.
think Kobe White's going to be better than Jared
both.
Jack. Yeah,
Better
I think
than both.
yeah, he has a chance
Yeah.
to be better, and he's perfect because when Jay Williams came in, he had to be the best player.
Yep.
Kobe White doesn't have to be the best player. He's the third best player.
He's not even starting right now.
Yeah,
maybe
yeah,
an
17 and
earnest
7
position,
off the
but
bench.
Random
Yeah.
Eddie Curry.
But that,
Eddie Curry. That's what I was like. Sad.
But that's the
Dang.
thing. That's why I said we're basing the Jay Williams side on potential. We didn't get to see the full potential. The guy
that
was averaging
motorcycle.
21 points per game,
motorcycle
that dude.
accident.
And then the accident hit.
Yeah.
So what we see now, Kobe White is going to break through that and be better than that. But we do see a remnants of both those guys' games in the way he plays, exactly how he plays, both down to the height, to the shot, to the stroke, everything.
No, yeah, and I agree, man. I like this week's 2K player comparison brought to us by the one and only Larry Bird of the show, Himes. So, you know, before we get up out of here, we always attack our Throwback Thursday Player of the Week. But I got to give a big shout out to my guy, Bruce on the ones and twos, doing his thing for that
Yeah.
guy, Drake. Happy birthday out there to Drake. So that's why you've been hearing the beats that Drake has rapped on and snapped on. So shout out to our guy, our center, Bruce, man, doing his things on the ones and twos. But back to our Throwback Thursday Player of the Week for our new listeners and those watching us on Facebook. Courtside Radio, starting 5 here at the Good News Sports Studio here in Hawthorne, Manhattan Beach area. Our Throwback Thursday Player of the Week, it is Throwback Thursday. We go get a player in the past, and we talk about this player, and then we post a highlight video of them on Instagram for you guys to check it out, just in case it's a player like, oh, I totally forgot about him, or maybe you're too young and you're like, I do not know him at all. So it's crazy because you went the Chicago way, and I kind of went the Chicago way when it came to the Throwback Thursday Player of the Week. And the guy that I'm choosing is the one and only, the guy with the craziest shot. Even Lil Wayne gave a bar for him. It's who can guess who it is?
Good coach.
No. Who can guess who it is? Lil Wayne did a
Wait,
bar.
you said Lil Wayne about Kukoc?
He did have a Kukoc
no,
bar.
but he did a bar about this guy. He has a crazy looking shot. Let me see, Bruce.
Michael Kidd Gilchrist.
No. Who am I talking about,
Old
Bruce?
guy.
You know?
Sean Marion.
Old school guy. He has a crazy looking shot. Oh, man. Once y'all see it, y'all going to be
First of
tripping
all,
out.
that's on my own.
Adrian Dantley.
That who did a song about?
No, Lil Wayne has a bar about him.
Crazy looking shot?
Yeah.
MKG. Michael Kidd
Ah,
Gilchrist.
maybe.
No,
It's not Sean
that's
Marion?
not a throwback.
Hey, maybe they're not
The Matrix,
historians
that's what I
like
said, yeah.
how I am. The guy is. Hey,
Wait. All right, give us an error.
Bro, I say he played for the Bulls in the 90s.
Oh, I didn't get the name.
Dennis?
Cartwright.
Bill Cartwright.
What's
Hey.
wrong with y'all? That's what I was like. I missed the
free
first
throw,
part.
The free throw, the Marcus
I don't
Camby
ever-
style
That's
free
what I was
throw.
like.
I don't ever remember him
I'm
shooting.
missing something.
Dude, it's the Marcus Camby style free throw.
Bro.
The little-
Bill
No.
Cartwright, he was drafted in the same draft as Magic Johnson in 1979. He was the 3rd overall pick to the New York Knicks. He's a one-time All-Star. What's crazy is his All-Star year occurred his rookie year with the Knicks. 3-time NBA champ. He was a part of that three-peat team with the Bulls. So he was a nice player.
Ugly ass shot.
Injuries to his foot kind of slowed him down. But for that Bulls team, he started. The Bulls won, 91, 92, 93. He started 79, 64, and 63 games.
Yeah.
All the games he played. So he
And
was
people
there.
forget about him, too.
Yeah, he was their starting big. Career averages of 13.6 rebounds. His best year was his rookie year, which is crazy, where he averaged 21.7, 9 rebounds, 2 assists, and 1 block.
This probably just feeding him the ball.
Yeah, his
Back in the
best.
70s, that's when they used to pick up only bigs, basically.
Bro,
Yeah.
he was trying to
Go
dunk on
big.
people.
So that was the
with gray
80s.
hair.
In the
Yeah,
80s,
and
he was with the Knicks
You said
playing.
79?
Yeah,
He got
79 he was drafted, yeah.
so they
Yo,
going
I found a
bigs.
crazy stat.
What up?
All right, not
Let
to
me hear it.
sidetrack.
Okay.
30% of rookies that played less than 50 games due to injury in 2018-19, all right? 30%, remember that.
Yep.
6% of rookies played 6% of rookies that played less than 50 games due to injury in 1998 through 99.
Man, that's crazy.
6% to 30%.
Crazy stat.
Do you think part of that is that we now have better tech, so we can detect some of these injuries better and address them more quickly than we did previously?
Yeah, because you can see his stuff right away, and you can kind of do something about it compared to back then.
Part of it.
So the numbers are saying that more rookies.
We're up 24%.
Are hurt now?
Up by 24%.
Oh, but you know the difference, right? The big difference.
We're more athletic, and we're doing a lot more offensively.
Not only just that,
playing more games.
Yeah, back then, those guys during the summer really took breaks. It was like, bro,
That's
I'm taking
true.
2 months off of basketball. I'm not hooping. And then they finally start to get ready once the training camps start coming. Nowadays, these dudes play all year long because they're at these Chris Johnson workouts, Rico Hines, what's his name?
Even before that, with all the AAU games,
but
and all
not
that stuff.
even that. Like
growing up.
So growing up, you play more games, and then during the season, the workouts they're working out more.
Yeah.
You know, most guys are like, we playing? Are we practicing? I'm
Yeah.
going home. I'm
Yeah,
going to drink.
I'm
turn
chilling.
up,
Right.
whatever. But now it's like after practice,
Don't
you
stop.
staying. You
Yeah.
going early before practice. You got dudes going into the gym right after the game. You know, there's shoot around. Some dudes going a little too hard. You know, and pregame. I mean, dudes is injuring themselves in practice.
No,
a lot.
yeah, and it's crazy. Hey, so once again, Throwback Thursday, Player of the Week, Bill Cartwright. Make sure you guys look up that name.
Money Cartwright.
He was if you're a Jordan fan, you should know him.
Thank
he was
you.
a big part of those first 3 title wins. He was a starting big, along with Horace Grant, and you had Pippen and that front court. So Bill Cartwright is the guy. Man, hey. Good episode, guys. It's been fun today, man.
Most deaf.
Hey, shout out to the Facebook fam tuning in for this entire episode of Courtside Radio Live.
Yeah, so hey,
Shout out,
shout out
y'all.
to our Facebook fans. Shout out to our Good News radio fans who tune in and check us out every Thursday live. And then shout out to all those who listen to us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Play, and any of the podcast platforms that you listen to. This very great show, Courtside Radio with the starting five. Man, we finally got time to give out our social media. So, Philip, you got it first. Drop the social media tags for yourself.
All right. IG is at Philip3 Brown, like Philip number 3 Brown.
Okay.
I'm the third.
What about Twitter? No Twitter?
No Twitter, man.
Twitter,
No
Facebook? You got Facebook?
Yeah, just look up Philip Brown.
Yes, sir. Hines, what's up?
Like we should know that. Just look up
Yeah.
Philip Brown, bro.
That's my name. Look my name. That's how Facebook goes.
Should I do this infomercial style?
Nah, man, let them know.
Just
Swag
give
it,
it
swag
to
it.
All right, fine. It's at Hymesworld on Instagram, HYMESWORLD, because this is my world and that's what you're viewing it through. Also, Alexander Hymes on Facebook. Like and subscribe on YouTube where you can catch this full show live afterwards. It's Alexander Hymes on YouTube. And also on Twitter where you can catch my nonsense mostly. Alexander_Hymes, guys. It's the Hymes world, baby. Let's go.
Yes, sir.
Bleed green, baby.
Our big man on the ones and twos, Bruce.
Y'all already know, man. Tired of telling y'all this. It's Bruce, Courtside. Follow back on IG.
Matt.
And then if you got Twitter out there, I ain't on Facebook. I'm sorry, guys. Eventually, I'll get there. But Twitter is SIR. That's Sir Bruce TH Bruceth. Sir Bruceth.
Yes, sir. So, Mike,
mad.
Mr. Ida Pappy.
Got you. You can go ahead and follow me on Instagram. Got the Insta, Mr. I'ma call you back.
Lies.
That is not a lie. That's not a lie. You can't lie to the people. You feel me?
Hey, bro got family. He is not calling you back.
I hit you back. I just didn't say when. That's the whole part.
Next
See,
year.
yeah, y'all gotta listen. I hit you back though. You gotta pay attention. You gotta watch. But no, it's Mr. I'ma call you back. IMA call you back. And then on Snapchat, same thing, but you just put the U. You ain't got to spell it out.
Bro, you're giving out your Snapchat. You really trying to push.
Yeah, he
just
popping.
saying.
I don't even use Snap no more. But as you guys know,
it's trouble.
it is Michael the PG on Instagram, Michael the PG on Twitter, Michael Matthew on Facebook, MATHIEU. Black Planet, my name is Michael.
Jesus.
I forgot.
Jesus
And on
Christ, bro.
Facebook, Mike Lee JR.
Hey, so if you still got my Black Planet, I am on there. Make sure you guys check me out.
Still
shout
picking
out
your
to
profile
DeAndre
music and
Ayton.
stuff.
Shout out to DeAndre Ayton, by the way, guys.
Hey, shout out to Himes because we creating his Black Planet so he can be connected with the culture.
It's a Hymes.
Mike Hill said follow him on. He said he got you on Tinder. He got all that going Pornhub.
Tinder,
Christian Mingle,
Farmers Only. I'm on
Farmers Only.
Michael the PG.
Oh, bro, I saw. Didn't Michael have a profile on Grindr too? I think my roommate found
on the
that.
side.
I don't even know what
He got an Amish chick on the side.
Mike is married, so now he's on AshleyMadison.com.
Oh, seeking arrangements.
Oh, the hookup. I see
Seeking
you.
arrangements.
Hey, y'all are insane.
Bro, yeah. Hey, if
also-
anyone's
Sugar
looking
baby.
for if anyone's looking for a sugar baby, I'm taking applications.
Man, facts. Sugar
You
Mama,
trying to
send
be
me up.
one? Or you
That's-
No, I want to be one. Screw that. I'm trying to make some
Sugar
dough.
Mama,
I'm a
send me up.
college student,
I'm trying to
man.
get this
You be
paper.
sending out your application.
Hey, so man, Courtside Radio. You guys can find us on Instagram at Courtside Radio. Man, another great episode is in the books. Happy birthday to that man Drake. One of the best to do it in these past
Sideline GOAT.
10, 20 years, man.
I forgot.
What's up?
Ladies, Lovely Locks got the bundles and the lashes. Going for the low. We got you.
There we
Quality
go.
hair. You feel me? 100% virgin. We got all styles, all lengths. We there, baby.
Where can they find it at?
Tell 'em, Barry.
Go to Lovely Locks, LLC. Instagram, we there. And we got Magnolia's Table, chefing it up.
Yes, sir. Hey, make sure you guys go on YouTube and, like Haim said, look up Alexander Himes. Go
Bro,
check out.
guys, I mean,
Don't
you guys
add
got to
me.
listen to that advertisement. Barry White's giving the most beautiful advertisements on Courtside Radio right
if
now.
you wanna.
Yeah.
So we selling advertisements clearly, and Mike's gonna do all of them. That's clearly working.
Yeah.
so
I might need you to shout out my girl Flower Shop, SoCal Petals.
All right, Kermit.
Okay.
And that is CAL petals, like flower petals.
Oh,
so you
now-
can get
now
your lady
let-
flowers.
Now let Mike.
Holiday season's coming up. Valentine's Day is right around the corner. Get ready, guys.
Now let Mike try that.
Hey,
Say
and
that
shout out,
you said.
shout out
Let's
to
hear it,
our
Mike.
other biggest sponsor, the one, the only, PORNHUB, Pornhub. Thank you for our sponsorship as usual. We appreciate you, everything you do to help
a
end
move of the
depression
D
one day at a time.
We
Pornhub,
need
keep
the
on
arena
doing
coming
what you're
soon.
doing.
Hey, we need our deal. We can be the first podcast live on the network, you know, on Pornhub. So make
This
sure
is
y'all
true.
hit us up.
Pornhub sponsored podcast, Courtside Radio. I love the
Courtside
title
Radio.
as is.
Man, hey, yes, sir. So thank you guys for tuning in. Courtside Radio with the starting five. Make sure you guys tune in next week. If you guys happen to miss our last week episode, you guys can go back. You can find us on the Good News Radio app. You can find us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, all other platforms. Hey, thank you guys for tuning in. Courtside Radio, we are out. Peace.
Gone.
Showtime, baby.
Hey, we appreciate